The Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by PeoplesBank, WellSpan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood SureSave Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from PeoplesBank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 106 of York Revolution baseball. Tonight, thank goodness, the second leg of this homestand kicks off as the Revs host the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, first of three here this weekend. A gorgeous night for baseball here in downtown York. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball. We sent some folks away last night. It was maybe the most frustrating series of the year, and last night's game certainly was up there on a short list of frustrating games, Michael. A 6-4 loss. Revs just could not come up with the key hit, and unfortunately that meant that their rivals took the Community Cup back to Lancaster, and it also was not a good night for the Revs in the standings. But all you can do is come back tonight with 21 games remaining, facing another division team, the final series for the Revs in the division this season, believe it or not, as their final 18 will all be against the Liberty, and looking to make the most of this weekend here tonight.
And that's all you can do is just try to win the games in front of you. Beat who's on your schedule. I'll tell you what, it is very refreshing to have a new team in here, a new umpiring crew. That's the biggest thing. But it's a nice night for baseball, and Revs have their ace on the mound, Mitch Atkins, so a lot of positive vibes rolling through.
Yes, and by the way, if you are looking for Week 1 of our high school football coverage presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, Brett Petrak and Gareth Hissong have West York at Central at 6:30. The stream is up. You can go to WOYK Preps on YouTube, our new channel. The link is available at WOYK1350.com. It's on our social media. It's on the new WOYK app as well. So you can have Revs baseball on one device. You can have high school football on the other one. If you're looking for that tonight, that's where that is. It will be Mitch Atkins making the start in this one. 10-5, 3.85 ERA. He is still tied for the league lead in wins. Right-hander Brett Marshall goes for Southern Maryland. He is 4-8 with an ERA of 5.10. Coming up on the pregame tonight, Michael chats with Joe Van Meter, who quite frankly on Wednesday night, when you consider that when Game 1 of that doubleheader started, they didn't know who their Game 2 starter was going to be. You consider all that, first career complete game. He didn't get the shutout that he wanted, but truly one of the great pitching performances of this season. And Michael will chat with Van Meter about that performance coming up on the pregame. We'll get Mace's take on a very frustrating series against the Barnstormers and a look ahead to the weekend with Southern Maryland coming up. Broadway Transmission Managers report on tap for us as well. First pitch tonight is set for 6:30 here on a beautiful night in downtown York on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Show your patriotism and Rev spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
There are few situations more stressful than having someone else's well-being in your hands. That's especially true when you're providing senior home care for a member of your own family. The team at Visiting Angels is committed to providing families with the best possible in-home care services. We'll help your loved one continue to live at home and help you find peace of mind. Locally RN-owned and nationally known, Visiting Angels is America's choice in home care. Specializing in dementia care for adults and their families, our team will help with bathing and dressing assistance, medication reminders, errands, shopping, light housekeeping, meal prep, friendly companionship, flexible hourly care, and respite care for families. Senior Home Care by Angels. Visiting Angels is hiring qualified caregivers. Call our York office at 717-751-2488. That's 751-2488. Or online at visitingangels.com.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a Kona Ice birthday party at PeoplesBank Park. Parties include a 2-hour feast, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey, a ceremonial first pitch, and a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays in the Kona Ice birthday zone during a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Michael Marcantonini back on the pregame show with last night's starter, Joe Van Meter. Joe, first thing I want to ask last night, I mean, you get your first career complete game in the win last night, 14-2 win. Did you know it was your first career complete game at the time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a defining moment in my career. I never thrown that many pitches. I think I got up to 107. But it was good to get the W for the boys. They're just fun to watch. It's a very dangerous offense, and us pitchers, we just try to keep them in the game, give them a chance to win.
Well, they got 14 runs for you. Obviously didn't need that many, but how far in advance of Game 2 yesterday did you know that you were going to start Game 2?
I didn't know. No one knew who was starting. It could have been me, Pagero, Click. I figured one of us would get the nod. So we were all pretty much ready to throw that first game just in case, and I haven't really had a defined role this season, and I just try to stay prepared, and you never know in this league when your number's going to get called. So I literally stretch from the national anthem on just to be prepared and ready to get in the game.
So bouncing back and forth between a starting role, that was your 8th start this year. You've also pitched a ton out of the bullpen last year, almost exclusively out of the bullpen, only 1 start. How do you stay prepared, knowing that you could be making a spot start here and there, knowing that you might be in a bullpen for a couple weeks straight?
I just try to take it. I try to use the same approach. There's some things that you go about differently when you're starting, mixing pitches up a little later in the game, which I could have done a little bit better last night, but I was just attacking like a bullpen guy with my fastball and making them prove they can get the head out. And that last inning, they were getting real ambush with my fastball, which a lot of hitters in this league do, and that's just a good time to maybe flip a breaking ball over, or just be a little bit more conscious throwing down the zone. It's a little tougher when you're at that high pitch mark. You're fatigued, but that's got to be focused, is keeping the ball down. But overall, I felt good mentally. Mentally, I was there. Just physically, I was wearing down a little bit. I'm not sure what Mace has in store for me going forward, but I'm just learning. I just want to learn from that outing and learn from my prior starts and all my outings. I try to take whether it's good or bad, I try to make the proper adjustments.
You mentioned coming out of that bullpen with the fastball. You struck out the side in the first inning, and you just kept going to the fastball. It was working, and you hit 96 on the strike 3 to the 3-hitter. I think it was Galen you struck out with the high fastball. So what was that a product of, getting the velocity up?
Well, I'll tell you, you just kind of feed off the crowd here. I love playing in front of our fans. It's just the adrenaline going. And it's like a shark in the water. When you know a guy is swinging, missing, not seeing the fastball, it's like keep throwing it until they prove they can hit it. This game's simple. I think we just make it a lot more complicated.
Tyler recently came off the DL. He's been banged up a little bit, but you finally got to throw at him again for the first time in a while. What was the game plan with him starting at the beginning of the game and even going forward? Did you change anything as the game went on?
Nope, just I think what it boils down to is keeping the sacks empty, keeping guys off base, attacking, pitching in contact, good tempo, and me and TC were on the same page. He's always wanting to know what you like to throw in certain counts, and he just has a very good approach to most of these hitters in this league and what their weaknesses are.
The bullpen's gotten a lot of work lately, and you've been in the bullpen recently, but you made the spot start yesterday. Knowing once Mace finally told you that you were going to be the one to get the nod in Game 2, was there a number that you guys were going for innings-wise, or was it just kind of see how you were and then keep going after that?
No, I don't even focus on pitch count. Whenever Mace puts me in the game, I'm going to give my all. I'm going to empty the tank. And I'm going to just pitch until he calls me out of the game. There's no limit. It's all in between the ears. What you can, what you can't do.
Was there ever a question that you were going to come out for the 7th inning, or was that were you telling Mace that you wanted to keep going, or was he saying just go back out there?
Yeah, no, I wanted to keep going. I was feeling pretty good, and the boys put up a big number on the scoreboard, and last time was fun. Definitely, I feel like I could have easily gone 7 scoreless, but I got a complete game, and I'm not sure how much longer of baseball I got. So it's good to say I got that feat accomplished.
Well, you mentioned the 107 pitches you threw, and before the interview you said your arm's a little sore today. How long before we can expect to see you back out on the mound again, either relieving or starting?
I'm not sure. You can see me this weekend. You can see me next week after the off day. But like I said, just trying to be a good teammate, keep a good attitude, and whenever they want me to throw, I'm ready to throw. We're in a playoff hunt. It's a fun time of year to play ball, and it's a great group of guys. I love coming to the ballpark, and we just got some clowns, and hopefully we could finish this thing strong and pull out some magic.
You guys haven't gone on an extended run this year. You also haven't dropped a bunch of games in a row, but does this team have 1 or 2 big pushes left in it?
Yeah, I've seen it before. I've seen it last year. These guys, they have the capability of putting up a 10th spot on the board every night. And it goes back to my first point. Us as pitchers, we just need to attack and limit crooked numbers and give these guys a chance. All
right, Joe. Well, appreciate the time. Joe Van Meter, Revs starting pitcher last night, has been in the bullpen a lot, but Joe, thanks a lot for the time, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
That is Joe Van Meter joining Michael on the pregame. That was last night after his complete game win on Wednesday night. We'll take a timeout. We'll hear from Mace. Broadway Transmission Manager's report is next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace. Well, I guess probably safe to say one of the most frustrating series this week, one of the most frustrating games of the year last night, probably the way everything culminated, and really throughout a lot of those last innings, or at least maybe the last 3, just one hit away one of those nights.
Yeah, it really was. There was a lot of stuff that went on last night, and I don't want to rehash the whole thing, but, at the end of the day, we had some opportunities to punch some guys, into home plate, knock them in, and we just didn't do it, and, we had one really bad inning where we gave up a 5 spot, and that ended up being the difference in the game.
I did notice it took Talvin a long time to leave and go up to the clubhouse, and that's an example of a guy that really cares, isn't it? I mean, he really wanted to get the big hit for his team and put a good swing on it, but got robbed.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, Freya made their shortstop, Frias, he made a great play. I mean, that was, and both of our guys were out. I mean, we were out at second base, and Telvin was out at first base on a double play. I mean, that's a ball that I'm sure off the bat Telvin thought was going to get into center field, ground ball up the middle. But I mean, they made a web gem play right there, and it probably saved them the game.
So on a bright spot, it looked like Dotel had the time of his life at third base, didn't he?
Yeah, he was having some fun. I like when he came in and stood about 20 feet away from Sanford because of how much he likes to bunt. But yeah, I mean, Dotel, not a whole lot of activity down there, but when he did get a couple chances, he made the most of it.
Guess one thing that made the out at third, we don't have to get into the call and all that, but one thing that made it so frustrating in the 8th, you had Clark up there, clearly not 100%. He's fighting, he's battling, trying to put his bat on it, and he did. But the overall health of this team, not real good right now, is it? And that's an example of a guy that's trying to play through it.
Oh, exactly. Yesterday, I mean, just putting Dotel at third base last night tells you what kind of shape we were in physically. But yeah, I mean, and once again, Frias, the shortstop, he makes another great play in the hole, to get to that ball and be able to get it to Bell, their third baseman. I mean, the only problem was we were safe there, but, and that's just one of those situations where the umpire is in a really bad spot to try to make that call, and because there were runners on base, he had to be where he was. So, with a 3-man crew, sometimes umpires are going to be out of position based on where the runners are that are on base. So that just happened to be one of those where, when the play was made, the umpire is standing directly behind the runner, and there's no way that you can see when the ball or the foot get to the bag, which one gets there first. So it was a tough call, but it was a great at bat by Tyler to try to do something to help out right there.
Tonight we are going to see Steven Figueroa make his debut. What have you learned about some of the things he can bring to the table?
Well, I mean, he's a young guy, but I heard he's a pretty good hitter and, better than average defensive player. So, we'll see. This will be probably the fastest speed of game that he's probably been in his life, as far as because of the caliber of play and stuff like that. But, I mean, it's pretty much catch the ball, throw the ball, hit the ball. It's just a little bit different level, that's all. So, based on our health and where we are, with Harris down and Castillo still down again today, Burgie's not here, so we're kind of, we're kind of piecing it together here right now. So, we'll see what Steve can do tonight.
Probably on a night coming off where you use a lot of relievers, you see that Atkins' name is next in line. That probably feels pretty good.
Oh yeah, Mitch has been throwing the ball really well, and just hopefully he can go out there tonight and do what he's been doing, most of the season here, and especially the second half. I mean, he kind of turned it on pretty much in June, and he's been going really good since. So, just eat up some innings and give us a chance. That's about all we can do. We're losing pitchers as well for different reasons, but we need our starting pitching to get a little deeper into the games than we did in the last series. So we'll see how things go.
Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Once again, it is 6:30 right now. Michael and I are with you here, but we have double duty tonight locally as our high school football coverage presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine begins. Pregame is starting right now on our WOYK Preps YouTube channel. You can get that through WOYK1350.com, the new WOYK app. We have it out there on social media as well, as right now Brett and Gareth have West York at Central. Well, once again, Michael, the Revs, all they can do is move forward, win the games in front of them, and they've got one of the best starters in the league, Mitch Atkins, trying to help them on that endeavor tonight. Yeah, and Mitch is going to have to go out and eat innings, and it's not like that's going to be a problem for him. He's a guy that you can pretty much pencil in for 7 at this point in the season, and knowing the Revs' bullpen issues right now, unless he's really struggling out there or just you can tell there's some signs of fatigue, I got to believe he's going to go maybe 8 innings tonight. He could go all 9, and it's just going to depend on what's going out there, but you got to believe the Revs are going to score some runs. They put up 25 in the 4-game series against Lancaster, so that's not going to be an issue. So expect Mitch to eat some innings tonight and keep the team in the game.
Hugh Benedict for the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That is Hugh Benedict with our national anthem tonight. He is one of the regulars here at PeoplesBank Park. Usually get Hugh on the vocals a few times a year, and the Revs have taken the field for tonight's game, led by Mitch Atkins, who's tied for the league lead with his 10 victories. Lineup tonight for the Blue Crabs brought to you by Flying Feet. It'll be Ryan Strasburger in left field leading things off. Edwin Garcia, the shortstop, will bat second. Frank Martinez, the third baseman, is hitting third. Cleanup hitter is John Griffin, and he is the DH. Angeles Nina at second base bats fifth. Craig Maddox is the first baseman hitting sixth. Corey Vaughn in center field bats seventh. Kalaika Kauhuahalahala is the right fielder batting eighth. That's KK. And Jose Gonzalez will do the catching and hit ninth. Again, Strasburger, Garcia, Martinez, Griffin, Nina, Maddox, Vaughn, KK, and Gonzalez for the Blue Crabs. For the Revs tonight, with Atkins on the mound, they'll be facing Brett Marshall. Revs will line up with Jared Mitchell in right, leading it off. Alonzo not quite back yet, but hopefully this weekend. Alexi Casillas, second base, will bat second. Malky Mesa will DH and hit third. Talvin Nash in the cleanup spot is at first base. Wellington Dotel in left field will hit fifth. Ryan Dent is the shortstop batting sixth. Travis Witherspoon in center will hit seventh. Roger Diaz does the catching and bats eighth. And Steven Figueroa will make his Revs debut at third base, batting ninth. Again, Mitchell, Casilla, Mesa, Nash, Dotel, Dent, Witherspoon, Diaz, and Figueroa. We are set to go as Ryan Strasburger makes his way to the plate. Atkins 10-5, 385 on the year. And our Dasher Investment Services first pitch here tonight. And it is swung on and lifted in the air in left. Wellington Dotel's got a read. He waits. He really hardly had to move. And it's down in his glove. One pitch, one out to start the night. Gotta love that.
No, that's huge. For Mitch, anytime he can get quick outs, then you know that's time where he's really going to get in a groove. And I'm a little disappointed see Dotel back in the outfield. Was hoping we would get him at the hot corner again.
He had a lot of fun.
Yeah, he did.
Well, 1 pitch, 1 out. That's a great start.
Let's keep doing that.
Here's Edwin Garcia. And a pitch from Mitch. It is a called strike, outside corner at the knees. A lot of these Blue Crabs have been hot. Garcia the last 9 hitting .378. Crabs as a team the last 10 hitting .338. There's the 0-1. And a swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Diaz. Now Atkins jumps ahead. Overall, Garcia at .293 for the year. And the Blue Crabs on this surge, tied for second in the league in team batting. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him reaching and flailing on one that cuts into the other batter's box. Atkins with a strikeout, and very quickly he's got 2 away.
Well, Mitch is in a groove tonight already. It didn't take long. And I think Mitch knows the circumstances of what the bullpen situation is right now. The fact that starters haven't gone deep much over the last couple weeks. I mean, it really has been a 2-week stretch where the Revs have been in the bullpen in the 4th inning, maybe every other game it seems like. So Mitch has been the exception to that the days he starts.
And here is Frank Martinez. He takes a strike, the 3-hole hitter. He's the K-man tonight. 10th in the league in hitting at .305 with 9 home runs. Switch hitter, the pitch. It is fouled over by the entrance to their dugout next to our bat boy down there. Everybody okay? It's 0-2. Revs, by the way, in the home whites. Blue Crabs in their red camo alternate jerseys. And Atkins stares in at Diaz. They agree on 1. Here it is. And it's a little bit low. Brian DeBrouwer, our plate ump tonight. Tim Detweiler at first. James Clayton at third. It is wonderful to see those 3.
Couldn't be happier.
Pitch. And that misses high. 2-2. These guys have a tough job, and that was certainly proven in the last 4 nights. Now the wind, the 2-2, and a swing and a fly ball lofted toward the line and left. Dotel charging over, and it lands fair and bounces away toward the corner. Martinez is into second. Wellington had to chase it. He'll fire it in. And it's a 2-out bloop double the other way and down the line and left. First base runner of the night.
Well, it looked like Dotel had a beat on that and had a chance to make the grab. He slowed up a little bit. I thought for a second maybe he came up lame with a hamstring or something like that, but he looks fine. Luckily, that's not an issue, and he just didn't get to the ball.
And now John Griffin, the DH. Mitch Atkins entering the night, tied for the league lead in wins. He's 9th in ERA. He's 4th in innings, and he's now 2nd in strikeouts, 103. Actually, it's now 104. Pitch to Griffin. He swings and misses. A cutter to start off. The big righty with the big wingspan, listed at 6'6". He's the DH, hitting .299, 9 homers in 49 games. He missed some time with an upper body injury earlier this year. 0-1, and it's off the plate away. But he's been hot. Last 9 games, hitting .412. Not a cloud in the sky tonight, and it's going to cool off, especially when the sun sets. Low humidity. It's a perfect day. It's the 1-1, and that's down and outside. They want to appeal to first. No swing. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. 86 degrees on the board. 2 balls and a strike to Griffin. And Atkins steps off, wants to go through the signals with Diaz again. Now ready, look back, the pitch. Swinging a foul against the netting. And it's 2-2. Atkins against Southern Maryland this year, 3 starts. He's 2-0 with an .043 ERA, 21 innings, 3 runs, 1 earned. 1 walk and 19 strikeouts. Only 10 hits given up in 3 starts. 2-2, and a swing and a bounce foul, third base side. Atkins had a complete game 3-hit shutout with 10 strikeouts in Waldorf. He had another game early in the year where he gave up just 2 hits and 6 against them. Pitch is swung on and missed. Climbs the ladder with a fastball, and Griffin swings through it. 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Atkins. A 2-out bloop double is left on base. And at the end of a half inning, it's the Blue Crabs nothing, the Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Revs coming to bat against right-hander Brett Marshall, scoreless at the end of a half inning tonight, as Mitch Atkins is off and running. Marshall overall between Sugar Land and Southern Maryland is 4-8, 5.10 ERA and 20 starts. The most walks in the league is 66, and with Southern Maryland the numbers are pretty similar to his overall line, 2-5 with a 5.04 ERA and 11 starts since joining his second Atlantic League team. Jared Mitchell will lead things off against him in that top spot again tonight. Here's the pitch. It is down and away. Blue Crabs have gray hats here on the road. Go with their red camo jersey. Here's the 1-0. And a fastball just missed up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Mitchell hitting .273. The pitch. And a line drive right field in for a hit. KK has to play it on a hop. And Mitchell stung it. He went 6 for 16 in the series against Lancaster. And Michael, he's certainly hoping for a strong trip to the finish line this season.
Yep, looks rejuvenated out there. It's not like he's doing anything different at the plate, stance-wise or it's just been one spot in the lineup, because the last couple of days he's been at the top, but even a couple games in that Lancaster series he was in the middle of the lineup in that 5-6 range. So he's really just, I guess, just a little bit rejuvenated, maybe different approach.
Now Alexi, he watches the first pitch strike. Casilla 4th in the league in hitting at .335 and climbing. It's on a 9-game hitting streak, .472 on that. Throw to first, and back standing is Mitchell. Alexi 3rd in total hits with 116. Marshall had a good year last year, but struggled this season. Now ready, here's the 0-1. And a swing and a drive the other way in left center, but coming in is Corey Vaughn, and he's got it. Kind of a looping line drive in left center field. And Vaughn, who can really cover some ground. We're going to see a couple of great center fielders on display tonight. That is out number 1. And here comes Malky Mesa, who's DHing. Brent Marshall with Sugar Land originally was brought there by Gary Gaetti. Pete Incaviglia has not been the most patient with his roster this year. He's gone through a lot of players. Marshall struggled early and was let go. Pitch to Mesa in the dirt, blocked over to the left, and Mitchell saw it right away, takes off right away, goes to second on what will be a wild pitch. Now an RBI opportunity for Mesa, who's 5th in the league in that department with 66. And like we've said a few times recently this week, he has gotten into that top 5 in a lot fewer games than the others who are there. He is 6th in overall hitting, .318, tied for 4th in homers as Mitchell runs for third, a swing and a miss, and the throwdown is late. He's in head first. It was a slider, and Gonzalez tried to throw it from his knees. He was leaning toward his follow-through onto his side, made an accurate throw, but Mitchell beats it, steal number 25.
Picked a really good pitch to run on there, and the fact that he kind of started his secondary lead in running fashion and then decided to go, I don't know, maybe Marshall tipped his pitch there if he knew it was a breaking ball.
Now a slider way outside makes it 2-1. The infield is back here, so a ground ball would give Mesa another ribby. No score, first inning. Infield plays Mesa to pull it. Outfield slight the other way. And he swings here, foul tips one into the mitt. Another slider. And it's 2-2.
The Revs have made it really easy on their middle of the order. Guys at the top or at the bottom in front of the guys at the top have been stealing a lot of bases. Spoon in the 9-hole as kind of a double lead off. Mitchell's been stealing more bases. Casillas even run a little bit, and that makes Mesa's job easier. Dotel in the middle of the order.
Now fastball called third strike. Marshall snuck one in after pretty much sliders the whole at bat, 90 in. That is a pitch that was not called at all earlier this week, but Brian DeBrouwer does have the inside corner available, it looks like. No, 2 down, here's Telvin Nash. Nash, who's hitting at .328, 7 homers, 21 driven home in 19 games. Mitchell leads away from third and foul ground. Pitch is a breaking ball, and it's in for a strike.
Telvin's due to hit the chimney on the house over the arch nemesis. It's been a little while. He just needs a little hanging curveball up in the zone and hit it 500 feet.
The 0-1, fastball low. I'm sure when he hits his next one, it will not be a wall scraper. It might scrape the wall of something across the street.
Yeah.
He has hit 3 homers in 3 games against the Crabs. The 1-1, swing and a miss, chasing a slider away.
It's hard to keep up the pace that he was on over his first week back.
Yeah.
But all it takes is one mistake over the plate, and he's not going to miss it, and that could really get him going again. And if he's doing the damage with home runs like he had been, this lineup's going to be even better.
Here's a shot left center, but off the end of the bat, Strasburger comes in from left field, and he's got it. And Marshall really located his slider well in that inning, got Nash to hit that one down toward the end. No runs, 1 hit. Mitchell left at third. We go to the second inning. No score tonight in York.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
So, John, what should the Eagles' focus be this season?
Eagles Fast Play for sure.
As opposed to what?
I'm talking Eagles Fast Play tickets from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Playing's faster than our wide receiver running a slant.
Faster than our defense blitzing the QB?
Oh, yeah. The game's got progressive top prizes, plus second chance drawings for Eagles game tickets, meet and greets, autographed merchandise, and more.
Wow. I'm going to get mine fast.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
No score. We head to the second inning. Both teams got a runner into scoring position in the first, but neither team cashed in. Atkins will face Angeles Nino leading off the second inning. A Blue Crabs second baseman hitting .305. First pitch, he shows bunt and looks at a strike up in the zone. With Southern Maryland, he's hitting .335. Was dealt after a slow start with New Britain. On the wind from Atkins, the pitch, it is outside. Southern Maryland recently sent Angelo Sonko to New Britain, and they said that that completed the earlier trade that sent Nino to Southern Maryland. Pitch is swung on, skied. Second base, Alexi backs out, arms to his side. He's under it waiting and makes the one-hand grab. And Atkins retires the leadoff hitter again.
He does such a good job of keeping the leadoff man on base, and that's why he's had so much success this year. It's no coincidence that the pitchers that have a lot of success, the ERA's down, putting W's up for their team is the guys that keep the guys off base early in innings.
Now Craig Maddox defense shifts as they play him to pull it. First pitch is high and wide. He's hitting .246 in 33 games since coming back to the Atlantic League. 8 for 17 his last 5. Here's the 1-0, and that misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Atkins grips it, fires, and that's outside for ball 3. First of 3 this weekend. Big weekend on tap. Weather looks outstanding all 3 days. The 3-0, and that one's in for a strike. Revs against the Blue Crabs this year have gone 9-5. These are the final 3 games they'll play against a division team. Here's a swing and a miss on a fastball up in the zone. Now back to run it full. So the final 18 are all against the Liberty. The schedule could use some improvement. Here's a swing and a bounce foul over by the first base dugout.
Yeah, I think it could use an overhaul. I mean, we're talking not even playing your division in the final month of the season.
And in the first half, too.
Right, and this isn't just with the Revs. I mean, every team has had a brutal schedule this year.
Another 3-2, and a ground ball skidded to second, right to Alexi. Down to a knee, he'll throw to first, and that is out number 2. Well, Gareth and Brett were giving the lineup, so you can catch kickoff in a couple of minutes over on WOYK Preps on YouTube for West York at Central. You can also catch the audio feed of that Week 1 game tomorrow morning, rebroadcasted at 11 a.m. on WOYK. Central PA Game Day with Steve Navaroli is on tomorrow at 9 a.m. as we are back to our fall sports schedule as of tonight. Here's Corey Vaughn. He swings, drives one deep the other way, right center. Mitchell back, and he's got it with a step to spare. He ends up with his hands against the wall padding in right center, and Vaughn, who's been red hot, gives it a deep ride, but flies out. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Revs and Blue Crabs are scoreless.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gauge. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. And Wellington Dotel will lead it off. Brett Marshall into his windup. First pitch is swung on, pop foul toward the Revs' first base dugout. This will look out, find the seats right in a group. Dotel 9th in the league in hitting, 307. With York, it's 318. He has really done a good bit of damage against Southern Maryland, hitting 396 against them. The 0-1. And he swings, fouls it up over the roof, first base side. Dent and Witherspoon will follow this inning. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard tonight, Lancaster hosts Somerset. New Britain is at Sugarland. Pitch, and a foul back again upstairs. Road Warriors and Ducks are underway, scoreless in the first at Long Island. Revs entering the night 4 back of a potential second wild card spot, and Somerset is 3.5 behind Long Island of allowing there to be a second wild card spot. So there's a lot that needs to happen, and quickly. There's the wind, the pitch, swing and a miss, got him reaching down and away in the dirt. Gonzalez picks it and tags him. And after the leadoff hit from Mitchell, Marshall's retired his 4 batters faced since.
He looks good so far, and the Revs, it's all about getting the bat on the ball. When this team strikes out a lot, throughout the game, those are the games where they struggle to put up runs. But when guys are making contact, you make the defense make the plays, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you find the holes. Well, here's another guy who's been hot lately, is Dent.
And Marshall's pitch, an excuse-me check swing. It's tipped foul over halfway toward Witherspoon, who's on deck. Dent 7 for 13 in the series against Lancaster. Has him up to 263 overall. He has hit 4 of his 11 home runs this year against Southern Maryland. As Marshall delivers, and that's down and away. Marshall listed at 6'1". 28-year-old righty from Highlands, Texas, as he deals, and a swing and a pop-up. It is the catcher Gonzalez up the first base line. Maddox from first down the line, and Maddox had the better angle, and he'll make the grab, out number 2. Travis Witherspoon to the plate with 2 away. Do you read my mind there?
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that you didn't have a roster.
No,
the second time you looked over at me, I'm like, I thought I put it there.
No, you're good.
Maybe Click stole it when he was in here earlier.
There's a great chance of that. Pitch to Witherspoon is a slider for a strike. You see me squinting to the other side of the room.
Yeah, I thought I had everything in the pile. I must not have either that or Click distracted me, and I forgot to put one down.
Also a distinct possibility as Marshall misses outside to the backstop. So I was off the hook for throwing and passing routes today. You had some company down there.
Yeah.
It was the 1-1, and that misses low, fastball.
Well, I came in the booth today, dropped stuff off, and there was Click again.
It's a rest and recovery day for me.
At least we have one, frequent visitor of the press box.
Here's a check swing. Witherspoon went on it, 2-2.
Not many of the other guys are usually around here.
They might pay a visit to check in on their walk-up music or something.
Yeah. Spoon and I did the pregame interview a couple weeks ago in here.
Here's a swing and a foul tip actually held on to. And Marshall gets another K on his slider. He's got a good one working, and 6 in a row retired for him. Still scoreless as we head to the 3rd inning here tonight in York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Getting pumped for another year of high school football? All this month, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK lays it all out for you in the High School Football Spotlight, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch a preview every day in August on Sports Radio 1350 as we break down the teams and the players of the 2018 York Adams League. Or go to WOIK1350.com to access this year's complete lineup of high school football preview. Then, this fall, every Friday night, it's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Only here on Sports Radio 1350.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head to the 3rd, no score tonight. Mitch Atkins will face KK leading things off. I blew right through his name on the lineups, hoping to say it as fast as I could to have the least chance of somebody catching a screw-up. He's in right field tonight, leads things off out of the 8th spot. Kahua Halahala awaiting, and he shows bunt. Atkins pumps a strike across, 0-1.
I hope he plays in all 3 games of this series. I hope he starts in all 3.
I think he needs a rest after tonight. Now Atkins delivers, and a swing and a pop up in the infield. First chance perhaps. Nope, Dent's going to call off Figueroa, and the shortstop should take everything he can, and Dent comes in on the grass to handle it. 1 down.
Well, when I get KK up to bat in my innings, I hope it's like a 3-2 count. There's like 5 foul balls, so I can keep saying his name. But that's another good job. Another good job by Atkins to induce a pop-up, some weak contact.
I guess practice makes perfect. What's wrong, Everett? Everett George paying us a visit. Here's Jose Gonzalez as Atkins misses inside.
Well, I just got done saying in the last half inning we don't have any frequent visitors. Well, Everett is one of them.
Yeah, we forgot about him somehow. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. Zala's hitting .227, 31 games played. During the offseason, Everett's the only one that visits us.
Yeah.
Pitch is swung on and missed. Another good fastball.
It's like Brett Favre just can't stay away from the game. He's come out of retirement a couple times.
Yeah, he has. Now Atkins kicks, fires, swing, and this one's popped up straight back. Diaz will give it a look. And it lands in the Dietz and Blewett Insurance Diamond deck. And Everett trying to win the race to the ball in front of us. Did he get it?
I don't think he got it.
Oh man, what a disappointment. Here's a ball down low, 2-2.
I thought we were gonna get it.
And that was close. Bounced a little too high.
That's probably as close as we've come this year. 2-2.
Swinging a line drive left field. Dotel in a step, and he's there waiting on it. Makes the grab for out number 2. Now, tomorrow night, post-game fireworks presented by Auction Houses of Dover and Mount Royal. Bike night presented by First Capital Harley-Davidson and Stanball Law. And it's Wings on Deck presented by Pizza Box. 6:30 first pitch. Robert Carson against Darrell Thompson tomorrow night. Tickets on sale at YorkRevolution.com. Here's Ryan Strasburger at the top of the order. He flied to left his first time up. And Atkins the pitch. Fastball misses low. Should be a beautiful weekend. Tonight is outstanding weather-wise. On the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball to short. Dent gets a nice hop moving to his right. He'll throw it off his right foot and right on the money at first. And Atkins has retired 9 of his first 10 tonight. It's a 1-2-3 third inning. We go to the home half of the third. Revs and Blue Crabs still scoreless.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Saturday, August 25th, it's Revs time at PeoplesBank Park. Meet American Ninja Warrior contestant Chad Riddle and try out his Ninja Warrior course. And it's Bike Night, presented by First Capital Harley-Davidson and Stanball Law, with a parade of chrome and a chance to win a new Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Plus, Inside the Park fireworks presented by the Auction Houses of Dover and Mount Royal. That's Saturday, August 25th. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Michael Click. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball, home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. Roger Diaz will lead things off. And we'll see Steven Figueroa. First pitch from Marshall is over for a strike. Mitchell due third this inning. 0-0. Each team with 1 hit here in the early going. The 0-1. And that misses high. Diaz hitting .174 in his 18 games played, 14 starts. Most of those in the last 2 weeks. Pitch is fouled back. It clips the top of the netting, ricochets back upstairs. Now 1-2. Marshall fires. Breaking ball in tight. Mentioned he's from Highlands, Texas, and he had been with Sugar Land last year 10-7, a 3.79 ERA. 2-2, and a foul tip into the backstop padding. He was top 5 in the league in wins, ERA, and innings last year, but got off to a rough start this season. Last time out, 5 innings, 2 runs against the Road Warriors, but a no decision in a game in which he pitched well. He deals, and a swing and a bouncer hit softly. It is the shortstop Garcia who barehands, and the throw does not get him. Roger Diaz with the wheels. Infield hit on the slow dribbler to short, and Garcia did all he could, charging, barehanding, but Diaz busting it to get there.
Oh, Sandy's loving it down there at first base. Man, it took everything Diaz had to beat that out. That's good hustle right there. And even so, a good play by the shortstop Garcia. He took his time making sure he didn't rush that bare hand, but Diaz flashing the wheels. Now let's see if he can take a bag.
That probably reminds Sandy of when he played. Here's Figueroa, who bounces one off the hand of Marshall. It's picked up by Garcia, and he can't get him either. Figueroa beats it out. Infield hit. He's batting 1,000. As he swings at the first pitch he sees with the Revs, Marshall couldn't quite get to it. It glanced off his hand, and Figueroa then beats out the attempt from the shortstop.
I like it. Aggressive early. Barely got a chance to introduce him.
Yeah. They have the ball for him in the dugout. I think Melky faked throwing it into the crowd.
Yeah. Well, I think it might have been Dotel. Either way, he's got some speed, Figueroa.
So 2 infield hits to start the inning. Figueroa, a left-hand hitter. He had been in the Empire League. Turned 23 earlier this summer, a New York City native. Here's Mitchell, and the first one is over for a strike. Mitchell, he's singled to right, leading off the game. Made it to third. He stole third, but was stranded there. No score. Revs trying to draw first blood tonight. The 0-1, and he shows bunt. Marshall fires high. With 1 strike on him already, I would imagine that had that pitch been there, Mitchell would have tried to bunt his way on. But he takes, and it's a 1-1 count. Marshall against Mitchell. The pitch, breaking ball, he swings, jam shot, floater, shallow center. Vaughn in, he runs it down. Corey Vaughn can scoot, and he read it well off the bat, came flying in and gets there on the hanging bloop shot in center, 1 away.
It's a nice grab right there. Like you said, he read it well. Diaz almost got a little bit too far off second base, but Vaughn on the run didn't want to try that throw to second.
And now another hot hitter, Alexi Casilla, coming up. Flying to center his first time tonight. The threat set up by a pair of infield hits. Marshall ready, the first pitch. It is inside. I would imagine if Marshall could limit the walks, he could be really tough. He does not give up a lot of hits. 2 seeing eye grounders, though, this inning. Have the Revs threatening. The 1-0, and a swing and a miss. A slider down out of the zone. Now, he's had good breaking stuff tonight. Has been to the big leagues. 6th round pick of the Yankees in 08. He made a couple of appearances at the big league level. 3, in fact. Now ready. The 1-1. And a swing and a foul tip to the backstop. He was an all-star at Double-A in 2012. Got called up the following year for those 3 outings. Now delivers. And a swing and a miss. Back to the fastball. Casilla swings through it. Marshall's got 4 strikeouts here early on, and Melky Mesa will try to come through with 2 outs.
Well, the slider's been good early. The fastball's also been impressive. And to come in here to PeoplesBank Park and run through this Revs lineup, a potent lineup, it's not easy to do, and Marshall has had a lot of success, but Second and third time through the orders. Something to keep an eye on. Now we're in the second time through, and see if Melky can get some good wood on it.
This is Marshall's 4th Atlantic League season. Pitch to Mesa, a swing and a miss, a slider. Struck out Mesa looking the first time, and it was a whole bunch of sliders before he eventually went in with a fastball and froze him. 2 on, 2 out, scoreless in the third. The 0-1. And a swing and a ground ball, third base, right to Frank Martinez. Gloves it, takes it to the bag ahead of Diaz to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left, and we'll go to the 4th tonight. Michael with the play-by-play, the Revs and the Blue Crabs scoreless.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with tropical shaved ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
This is Logan Williamson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score, top of the 4th inning from PeoplesBank Park. Michael Marcantonini taking over on the play-by-play. Mitch Atkins has been really good through 3 quick innings, 2 strikeouts, and just 1 hit allowed. He's faced just 1 over the minimum, 10 through the first 3 innings. And now we'll go 2-3-4 Garcia, Martinez, Griffin for the Blue Crabs in the top of the 4th. No run on 1 hit, no errors for Southern Maryland. No run on 3 hits, no errors for the Revs. And here's Atkins, who leads the Revs in just about every important pitching category. Comes in, Darryl mentioned, 10-5, the 3.84 ERA. And for a long stretch of time, his ERA was very high. As he starts off Garcia with the ball low. But it is significantly creeped down pretty much every start since May, when Atkins really hit his rough patch of the season. 1-0 pitch, slider misses away, it's 2-0. And 2 starts ago, he got it under 4 for the first time really all year. Unless you want to count the first start of the year when over through the first couple innings. Now a hot shot at Dent at short, but it's past him into left field. Dent full extension, couldn't come up with it on the dive. So a leadoff base runner for the Blue Crabs here in the 4th. Just their 2nd hit of the game. Brings up Frank Martinez. He's the K-man tonight. Doubled down the left field line his first time. 2 of the Revs' 3 hits are infield choppers to short. Diaz and Figueroa back-to-back last inning. The only other hit was a Mitchell leadoff single to start the game. Man on first and no outs. Atkins checks first. Pitch to Martinez, chopped foul over by the Revs dugout. It's 0-1. Nothing the score in game 1 of this 3-game series. Martinez 305 on the air, 10th in the league. 9 homers and 44 RBIs. That slider misses inside and low to him. Diaz keeps it in front. It's 1-1. It's been a pitcher's duel so far between Atkins and the right-hander Brett Marshall for the Crabs. The Revs It doesn't take long for them to score or put up a crooked number. Still a lot of baseball left. This game moving on pretty quickly so far. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Changeup swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Dent and Casilla playing for 2 up the middle. The third baseman Figueroa is playing about a body length and a half off the third base line. He's 3 or 4 steps behind it depth-wise. Nash holding on the runner Garcia at first. Dotel and Mitchell straight away and left and right respectively. Spoon shading towards right center in center. 1-2 pitch. Runner goes. Here it is. Swung on and foul tipped. Thought for a second that was going to be a drop third strike situation, but Martinez got a piece of it. So Garcia, who's attempting to steal second, will have to head back to first. Atkins looking to get the K-man. He's looking for his 3rd punch out of the night. See if Garcia tries to run again. 1-2 the count. 1 man on. No outs. And the pitch. Chopper to short. Dent has it on 1 hop. Has to go to first. No play at second. Throw offline. But Telvin Nash puts the tag on the batter, Frank Martinez, and makes the play for out number 1. Good job by Nash to come off the bag on the wide throw by Dent, save a throwing error. That was a high chopper. It hit first in front of the plate, low, and then a big hop. And Dent took it on that second hop. Could not go to second. Garcia was already pretty much there at that point, so no chance for 2. The Revs do get 1 out of it. So man on second now with 1 down. Here's John Griffin, the DH. Still no score in this one, top 4. Griffin hitting .299 with 9 homers and 25 RBIs. This is game number 50 for John as he takes a strike from Atkins. It's 0-1. Griffin hitting .412, 14 for 34 over his last 9 games. He has 2 homers and 7 driven in that span. And he flails one out of play, foul. It's 0-2. No score, top of the 4th inning from PeoplesBank Park. Atkins set on the hill, waiting for the sign from Diaz. Those two don't seem to be on the same page, so Atkins stepped off. Now he retoes the rubber. Now he comes set again. Now a step off again. He'll look Garcia back to second. So the count remains 0-2. Atkins taking his time out there, making sure he's comfortable. Griffin ready at the dish. Atkins steps off again, and he's going to walk out in front of the mound. He'll have a chat with Roger Diaz. Diaz comes out. So those two will try to get on the same page. The count is 0-2 on Griffin. There's 1 down and a man on second here in the 4th inning. Atkins' last start was on August 19th at Somerset. Worked 6 innings, gave up 4 runs all earned, but did not give up any of those 4 runs until there were 2 outs in the 5th. Almost went 6 scoreless, but gave up 4 before the end of that inning. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball in the dirt that Griffin lays off, and it goes to 1-2. Atkins only struck out 2, did not walk anybody in that start. His last home start, which was 2 starts ago overall, 8-14. August 14th against New Britain. 6 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 10 Ks, 7 walks. I'm telling you, it was one of the weirdest stat lines I've ever seen for a pitcher. Normally when you walk 7 guys, you maybe give up 7 runs, but he did not give up any. Griffin fouls another one off. Atkins also struck out 10 batters for the 2nd time this season in that outing against the Bees. He got the win that night. A lot of success against Southern Maryland for Atkins this year. This is his 4th time facing the Crabs and 3rd at home. Two balls and 2 strikes now on Griffin as this at-bat prolongs. Man on second with 1 out. No score in this one. Now Atkins looks at second and the pitch. Fastball right there for strike 3. Griffin upset with the call, but that looked like it was right at the knees. Brian DeBrouwer rings up John Griffin, and Atkins has his 3rd strikeout of the night. 2 outs here in the 4th. Garcia still at second. So Griffin now 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs. And here's Angelis Nina. He's been on a tear with the Blue Crabs, a trade that did him a lot of good when he went from New Britain to Southern Maryland. Sometimes a change of scenery will do that for a guy. He has come on strong this year. First pitch to him, breaking ball over for a strike. Good curveball from Atkins, 76 on the gun. It's 0-1. 2 outs in the inning, man on second, no score, top 4. For Nina, it was early in the season that he was dealt, but he was not cutting it with New Britain. They traded him. Southern Maryland needed some infield help, and it's worked out. Chopper to second, Casilla waits back on it. On 2 hops, he has it, throws to first, and the inning is over. Mitch Atkins works around a leadoff single to retire the side in order after that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 3.5, still no score. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. See if the Revs can be the first ones on the board.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
Hi, this is Steve Navaroli. Join me Saturday mornings at 9 for Central PA Game Day presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Tune in each week as we break down the latest in high school sports, including Friday night's big games, the week's top performers, and the rest of the sports scene both locally and nationally. Central PA Game Day presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Saturdays at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 4th inning at the bank. Michael Marcantonini with you on the play-by-play. Telvin Nash, Wellington Dotel, Ryan Dent, 4-5-6 for the Revs. Face Brett Marshall, the right-hander for Southern Maryland, in the bottom of the 4th now. He's logged 3 shutout innings so far. He's allowed just 3 hits. 2 of them infield hits last inning. He's also struck out 4 batters. His slider's been really good. That's been his put-away pitch. Here's Telvin Nash. He lined out to left on a sinking liner off the end of his bat to end the 1st inning. First pitch to him, looping breaking ball that misses a little bit high in the zone, 1-0. It's good to see Nash still hitting, although he's in a little bit of a power drought. 1-0 pitch. Flicks this one out to shallow right. Coming in on it is Kahuo Halahali. Makes the grab. And that's out number 1 in the inning. Well, I got to say it there. Got to say Kahuo Halahala. And Nash is retired on just a couple pitches. He's 0 for 2. That brings up Wellington Dotel back in left tonight. He had a ball playing third base yesterday. Every time somebody showed bunt, he'd come racing in, messing with them. Every time there was a runner on second, he'd go cover third and fake like he was putting a tag down. He made the most of the opportunity to play third base. Now he takes for a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. No score, bottom of the 4th inning. Dotel takes again, that one a little bit more inside, throws his hands up and backs out of the way in the batter's box. And even when a pitch isn't close to hitting him, he'll have some fun if it's inside and back away, saying, "Don't hit me, bro." 1-1 pitch coming, breaking ball, shot off the hands, off of a wall down past the Revs dugout. It got past Highland Piguero in the bullpen. He couldn't make the bare hand grab. Dotel struck out swinging his first time up. He'll look to avoid that happening again. 1-2 the count. 1 out in the inning, no one on. Pitch from Marshall, slider low and away that Dotel lays off. He knew that one was coming. Well, Dotel and Marshall have one thing in common. They both started the season with the Skeeters. 2-2 pitch misses inside. It's 3-2. Dotel was let go after just 8 games with Sugar Land. Marshall after only 9 starts. These two teams here benefiting from those quick releases. 3-2 pitch, chopper fouled. Dotel stays alive. That was a slider low in the way that Wellington fought off. Dotel's hitting 5 straight games. His season-long hitting streak is a team high and a league high 17 games. He was on that streak from May 15th until through June 5th. That was when he was really hot. Now he inside outs one down the right field line. That's a fair ball. It'll go into the right field corner. Dotel hustling for 2, and he's not stopping there. Nina has it to throw to third. It's a dart, and Dotel is nailed at third base. Frank Martinez applied the tag. Dotel tried to turn a double into a triple, and instead of man on second, 1 out, the bases are empty and there are 2 outs. So give Dotel credit for that double. That one was in on his hands. You can tell how strong he is because that wasn't just like a bloop job into right. That was a line drive down the line. He tried to pick up an extra base. Angeles Nina, the second baseman, who took the throw in from the right fielder Kahuo Halahala, threw an absolute missile to Frank Martinez at the bag at third. And Dotel was out by a couple steps. So 2 outs and no one on. Here's Ryan Dent. First pitch to him is a fastball that misses high and away, and it's 1-0. Dent had a really good series against the Barnstormers, and a lot of these Revs in the everyday lineup did. 1-0 to Ryan. Popped up behind second base, shallow right center field. Nina calls for it. He makes the grab, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Brett Marshall. He allows a hit, but Dotel's thrown out on the base paths trying to stretch a double into a triple. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and none left. After 4 fulls, still no score between the Revs and the Blue Crabs. We'll go to the top of the 5th next.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
All zeros on the scoreboard here at PeoplesBank Park. That means neither team has scored. It is a 0-0 game, top of inning number 5. As Mitch Atkins goes back to work, he has 6, 7, 8 in the Crabs lineup. Maddox, Vaughn, and Kahuo Halahala. 5 hits combined in the game, 2 for the Crabs, 3 for the Revs. Here's Atkins' first pitch to Craig Maddox. It's lifted in the air, foul down the third base line. Figueroa gives chase, but he'll run out of room. That one way in the stands, but Figueroa is making his team debut. Figured might as well hustle over there and make the effort anyway. 0-1 the count. Atkins ahead of another batter. He allowed the leadoff man to reach in the 4th. That was the only time he's done that tonight. It was the first hit he allowed since the 3rd batter of the game. He retired 7 in a row at one point. Now Maddox, aggressive early in the count, fouls a high fastball out of play. That one almost came back into the field to play, bounced down by the aisle next to the Crabs dugout. Some lucky fan has a ball now. 0-2 the count, no outs in the inning. Maddox, the leadoff man, looking to reach for his Crabs club. Still no score in this one. Now Atkins steps off, time is called. Runs were not hard to come by in the Lancaster series, the 4-game series that was really a 4.5-game series because of that rain out that they played half the game. Chopper fouled on the first base line. The Revs scored 25 runs in 4 games. They scored 11 on Monday in an 11-4 win. In Game 2 of the doubleheader on Wednesday, they won 14-2 behind Joe Van Meter's complete game. Now, no balls and 2 strikes on Craig Maddox. His only homer of the season came in this park. He tagged it onto the Revs clubhouse the day he hit that. Swing and a miss now. Slider low and away. Another punch out for Atkins. Give him 4 on the evening. As Maddox comes up empty with that slider. 1 out in the inning. He's now 0 for 2. That brings up Corey Vaughn. 15 homers and 36 RBIs for Vaughn on the year. He's been one of a handful of guys in the Atlantic League this year that you can put down the label Rev Killer. Vaughn's hit .270 in 12 games against the Revs coming in with 3 homers and 8 RBIs. 2 of those homers came in 1 game here. There's a fastball over for a strike. It's 0-1. Vaughn already back in the box. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball misses inside. It's 0-2. And the day Vaughn hit 2 home runs, that was in a game where Zach Groats started for the Revs. The first home run Vaughn hit ended Groats' 21 2/3 inning scoreless streak. 1-1, popped up foul territory first base side. Nash and Diaz giving chase. But that one gets into the seats. Looks like a fan made a great grab off the bounce because everybody in the stands cheering right now. The count goes to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes with 1 out, no one on. No score, top 5. Atkins looking to get Vaughn for the 2nd time tonight. He readies out of the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, ooh, that was close on the outside corner. Brian DeBrouwer didn't give Atkins the call. And the count evens up at 2. That one looked like it was right there. Diaz held it, but Atkins does not get the call. Back to work, the 2-2. Slider low and away that Vaughn lays off, and the count goes full. Diaz wants it low and away. Here's Atkins' 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled off back into the netting. Lengthy battle between Atkins and Corey Vaughn here. And you could argue that Vaughn should be back in the dugout right now after a called 3rd strike, but Brett DeBrouwer would not ring him up on that outside fastball Atkins offered. 3-2 pitch coming up again. Here it is from Mitch. Fastball fouled off once again. This a high foul ball. Pop up right side out of play. Vaughn's reached base at a .378 clip against the Revs. He's slugged .595. The 3-2 pitch once again. Fastball misses a little bit too far inside. And that's a walk. First walk issued by Atkins on the night. It's just the third base runner he's allowed. Vaughn will head down to first after the free pass. And here's my guy, Kalaika Kahu'ohalahala. The right fielder digs in. Went 1 for 2 with a double off the arch nemesis the last time he was in this park. This is only his third game against the Revs this year. I move over to first, Vaughn back. Kahu'ohalahala hitting just 105 with 3 RBIs on the season. Has not played a lot for James Frisbee's club this season. This is just his 17th game. Another move over to first, and this time diving back is Corey Vaughn. Still no score. Top of inning number 5 from PeoplesBank Park. Revs pinching for 2 up the middle. Kahu'ohalahala takes upstairs there. It's 1-0. Well, Kalaika, a native of Hawaii. This is his 5th pro season. Played 27 games for the Crabs last year. 1-0 pitch, runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw down from Diaz at second. It's high. Still a good throw. Not in time. Corey Vaughn safe at second base. He steals the bag, so he's in scoring position right now. Like I said, the pitch was swung on and missed by KK. The count goes to 1-1. 1 out in the inning, runner at second now in a scoreless game. For Vaughn, that's his 10th stolen base of the year. He's second on the team in that department. He's 10 for 12. 1-1 on KK. Atkins checks second. Leg kick and the pitch. Hot shot down the third base line. Foul. It's 1-2. Just a bunch of zeros in the run column and on the scoreboard. Nobody has scored yet in game 1 of this 3-game series. We're in the top of the 5th. Atkins looks at Vaughn at second. Now the pitch to KK, swinging a foul ball back to the padding behind home plate. It's 1-2. KK popped out to short his first time up. No batting gloves approach for him. The double that he hit against the Revs last time the Crabs were here is his only extra base hit of the season. He's just 4 for 38 coming in. This is his 11th start. His other 6 appearances off the bench. 1-2 pitch coming from Atkins. He checks second again. And the pitch, slider low and away, swing and a miss. Kahu'ohalahala goes down on strikes. Atkins picks up strikeout number 5, his second of the inning. And now with 2 outs and a man on second, the 9-hitter Jose Gonzalez. Atkins has gone strikeout, walk, strikeout in the inning. Chance to get out of it with no damage done. No score, top of the 5th inning. Revs and Crabs battling it out. The Revs have owned the season series with Southern Maryland. They lead 9-5. Diaz blocks that pitch in the dirt. It's 1-0. First 4 games of the year between the two clubs, the Revs won all 4 of them. They swept a 2-game series in Southern Maryland, May 8th and 9th. Then they won the only 2 of what was supposed to be a 3-game series, but the finale of that one in late May here in York was rained out. Fastball misses outside. It's 2-0. And then the Revs went down to Southern Maryland in mid-June. They dropped 3 out of 4. The only game they won was game 1 of the doubleheader on June 16th. That was a rough series. That was kind of a wake-up call for everybody. 2-0 pitch, slider low and away, make it 3-0. And then in early July, right before the All-Star break, Revs won the first 2 of 3 down there. A 10-0 win in Atkins' shutout. 4-2 win the next day, and then they lost on a walk-off the day before the All-Star break started. Revs then took 2 out of 3 in York in early August. 3-0 the count on Gonzalez. The pitch, fastball right over. Vaughn still at second. He walked in the inning and stole second. There are 2 outs. Atkins looking for the ender. Neither team has scored in this one. We're in the top of the 5th. Atkins and Marshall dueling it out, and that one over for a strike as Gonzalez swings and misses at it. The count runs full on the Blue Crabs catcher. Gonzalez hitting just .227 with a homer and 12 RBIs. The catching position has been almost as rough for the Crabs as the Revs lately. They've had dealt with some injuries at the position. 3-2 from Atkins, fouled off. Austin Green, the team's everyday catcher, is no longer with the club. And he had started almost exclusively at that position early in the year. Craig Maddox has done some catching, but he's an infielder. Swing and a miss there. Atkins fires another fastball. 3-2 pitch up in the zone. Gonzalez goes down on strikes. Atkins fans the side. He went strikeout, walk, then 2 strikeouts to end the inning. So after 4.5, no score on the board, we go to the bottom of the 5th and see if the Revs can get some runs from Mitch Atkins.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelly Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
So, John, what should the Steelers' focus be this season?
Steelers fast play for sure.
As opposed to what?
I'm talking Steelers fast play tickets from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Playing's faster than our wide receiver running a slant.
Faster than our defense blitzing the QB?
Oh, yeah! The game's got progressive top prizes, plus second chance drawings for Steelers game tickets, meet and greets, autographed merchandise, and more.
Wow, I'm going to get mine fast.
Fast play. Play fast, win instantly. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning from PeoplesBank Park. It's the Revs nothing and the Blue Crabs nothing in the opener of this 3-game set. The Revs have an off day Monday. They'll head to New Britain for 3 before a home series with Long Island next weekend. For now, they'll have to deal with the Crabs for 3. The Revs just split a 4-game series, a frustrating 4-game set with Lancaster. Spoon takes a fastball way high and inside up around his head to start the inning. And the count is quickly 1-0. Brett Marshall is not allowed a run, and he's only allowed 4 hits through 4 strong innings so far. He has Spoon Diaz Figueroa 7-8-9 as Spoon takes a slider outside and low. It's 2-0. Spoon back in center field tonight. He's gotten all the reps in the center field lately with Alonzo Harris a bit banged up. 2-0 pitch, slider over for a strike. It's 2-1. Spoon has made some highlight reel grabs in the outfield lately. 2-1 pitch, slider way inside. He has to lunge out of the way. It's 3-1. He's been awesome out there. Can argue that he's been the Revs' defensive MVP. A couple other guys be in that category. 3-1, swinging a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Gonzalez. It's full. That was a fastball. Spoon was 3 for 9 with 2 RBIs, 4 runs, and 4 stolen bases in the Lancaster series. Stole all 4 bases in the doubleheader. 3-2 pitch, chopper to third. It's a fair ball. Gloved by Martinez, but he has no play at first. an infield single for Travis Witherspoon. He beats the throw. Martinez really had to wait to field the in-between hop. He had to field it with his glove there. Wasn't really a barehand type play, but because he was not able to barehand it, he really had no shot after the glove transfer to get Spoon at first. So that's the Revs' 5th hit of the night. It's their 3rd infield hit already. They've done that a lot this year. Here's Roger Diaz. Him and the man on deck, Figueroa, both infield hits their first time up. Spoon on first with no outs. A move over. Marshall just wants to be careful with Spoon there, knowing how fast he is. I just mentioned the 4 stolen bases in the doubleheader the other day. In his Revs career, 71 stolen bases for Travis Witherspoon. Spoon takes off for second, pitch high to Diaz. It goes in and out of the glove of Gonzalez, the catcher. No throw down to second. Travis Witherspoon has stolen base number 72 now in his time with the Revs in 2+ seasons, 2.5 seasons really. And on the year, Spoon has really picked things up in the stolen base department as of late. And for Travis, that's stolen base number 19. He's now 19 for 22. Now looking Spoon back to second is Marshall, the pitcher. He steps off on the hill. Spoon dances off the bag. Still hasn't gone all the way back because nobody's close to him out there. Man on second, no outs. 0-0 game as Diaz fouls one off. It's 1-1. Roger hitting 191 with 1 RBI on the season. 1 for 1 in this one with the infield single. Revs looking to make something happen with Spoon at second and no outs. He just stole second. Marshall to the plate, the 1-1 slider over inside corner. It's 1-2. Witherspoon scored 29 runs this year. He'd like to make it 30. No score in the bottom of the 6th. Marshall to the plate. Diaz chases a slider low in the zone. He comes up empty. Another strikeout for Brett Marshall. He now has 5 in the contest. 1 out now in the 5th. So here's Steven Figueroa, just joined the team today. The Revs were in need of some serious depth in the infield. They poached him from the Empire League. Started the year with the New Hampshire Wild there. Was hitting in the 280s with the Wild when the Revs signed him. First pitch to him, slider over for a strike. It's 1-0. Oh, no. Well, it was called a ball. I said it was 1-0, but it's not a strike, it's a ball. 1-0 the count now on the left-handed hitter playing third base tonight. Swings and misses, big cut there. It's 1-1. That was a fastball in at 88. Figueroa, another young guy, another Empire League player coming over to the Atlantic League. 5'9", 175. He's got some speed. 1-1 the count. Look at second now. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Snap throw down to second. Spoon back safely. Slid feet first back into the bag. Good throw from Gonzalez. Right on the money. But Spoon got back. Figueroa gassed on that fastball. It's 1-2. Figueroa just 23 years old. He's got a man out in scoring position for him. That's Spoon out there with 1 out. 1-2 pitch from Marshall. Slider misses outside. It's 2-2. Still no score. Bottom of the 5th inning from the bank. Revs looking to crack the scoreboard first. 2-2 pitch, swinging a foul tip right in front of home plate. And Figueroa stays alive. Trying to shorten up on that approach. Two balls and 2 strikes. Spoon leads off second. The shortstop Garcia right behind him. The 2-2 slider misses high and away, and the count runs full. So Figueroa doing a good job working the count. Waiting on deck is the leadoff man, Jared Mitchell. And the pitch fouled off, so we'll do the 3-2 once more as Figueroa really hanging in. Native of the Bronx digs back in. Three-two coming up. No, instead a step off from Brett Marshall. Figueroa hit .406 at the D3 level when he was in school in New York his junior year. That was in 2017. 3-2 pitch. That one through the hole between short and third, a base hit. Figueroa is 2 for 2. Travis Witherspoon had to hold up on the soft liner, but now he gets to third. Figueroa starts his Revs career just as Roger Diaz did, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. And the Revs have something cooking. First and third against the Blue Crabs and Brett Marshall with just one out and the leadoff man, Jared Mitchell, at the dish. Figueroa shortened up with the full count pitch coming, and he just served one into left field. Frank Martinez, the third baseman, dove, but could not come up with it. And the Revs have the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Still no score in the bottom of the fifth, but that could change pretty quickly. Darryl, I'll welcome you back into the broadcast. Hope you enjoyed your burger.
I did.
And just in time for a potential rally from the Revs.
And a great piece of hitting from the young man making his debut tonight. Bottom of the order is setting up Mitchell.
First pitch to Mitchell. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Nina to second for 1. The return throw to first in time. A 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. Nini to Garcia, over to Maddox at first. So the Revs rally is ended as Mitchell swings at the first pitch and hits into a double play. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left in the inning. Will go to the top of the 6th. Still no score from the bank.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC. 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia. NMLS ID 2925. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Equal housing lender.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The Independent Insurance Agent System. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Top of the 6th inning from PeoplesBank Park. Michael Marcantonini alongside Darryl Henry. No score as we go to inning number 6. Jared Mitchell hit into a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play with runners at first and third in the bottom of the 5th. Brett Marshall worked out of trouble. Now Atkins starts off the leadoff man here in the 6th, Ryan Strausberger, with a called strike. It's 0-1. Back to the top of the order for the Crabs. Strausberger, Garcia, Martinez. Slider there on 0-1. That misses outside. It's 1-1. Atkins has been durable as he's now worked into the 6th inning for the 12th time this season. We're looking to complete the 6th inning for the 12th time this season. He's gone 11 games with 6+ innings of work. He's worked 6+ in each of his last 5 and 9 of his last 10. Had a 7-inning start mixed in there in the last 5. Now a ground ball to Figueroa at third. It's his first chance. Backhand, laser to first, offline, and it sneaks by Telvin Nash in and out of his glove. He tried to come off the bag and make the tag on Strasburger, but he could not. Ball came in and out. He probably would have been safe anyway. They're going to score an infield hit for Strasburger. No error on Figueroa, who made a wide throw.
Had some steam on that throw, though.
Yeah, it did. Just the 3rd hit that Atkins has allowed all night. Now the Revs will bring Dent and Casilla a little bit in and up the middle, pinching for 2. Here's Garcia 0 for 2. He singled his last time up. Dart from Atkins over to Telvin Nash at first for the pickoff attempt. Back safely is Strasburger. Garcia was the middleman in that 4-6-3 double play to end the 5th for the Revs. He made a strong throw to first as he swings through a cutter there. It's 0-1. Revs have 6 hits. The Crabs have 3. Neither team has a run. We're scoreless in the top of the 6th. Atkins set, moves over to first, and once again, the runner over there, Strasburger, is back safely. For Atkins, this is his 4th start against the Crabs. He's 2-0 with an 0.43 ERA against them. 0-1, fly ball right center field. Spoon coming on, giving chase. Mitchell's out there. He won't get it. It drops in front of Jared. He'll pick it up on one hop, fire it into Dent at short. A base hit for Edwin Garcia. He is now 2 for 3 on the night. And the first 2 have reached against Mitch Atkins in the 6th inning.
He's been brilliant again tonight, but now a threat coming by 2 very well-placed hits that were not hit all that hard. The Revs had a couple of threats set up on similar styles tonight, weren't able to cash in. Now Atkins has to try to hold serve.
Atkins will give up some hits. Coming into the game, he had given up 115 hits in 114 2/3 innings. Opponents hitting 261 on him entering today. Runners at first and second, no outs. Here's the K-man, Frank Martinez. He fouls one back into the netting. It's 0-1. Martinez doubled down the left field line in the first and grounded to short his last time up. Daryl Mitch has pitched exceptionally well tonight in a bit of a jam here. And Revs not scoring against Brett Marshall. This is a big spot in the game.
It is. He is often at his best when he's in big spots like this.
0-1 pitch, chop fouled down the first base line, 0-2. Just like that, getting ahead quick on one of the best hitters in the league.
Yeah, he doesn't give in an inch, Atkins. He'll cruise when he's on. He can really fly through a game, but this season he's been really good at limiting damage, getting out of situations as well.
0-2 the count, no outs, runners at first and second in a scoreless game. Atkins the pitch, popped up, foul territory, third base side. That one will get into the seats foul. And the count stays at 0-2. Revs will get Ricardo Gomez up in their bullpen. Atkins trying to get through this 6th. Gomez threw a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts last night. Revs needed 6 pitchers to get through last night's game. 0-2. Here it is again. Slider misses low in the dirt. It's 1-2. Atkins is only at 86 pitches. I say only because he's a veteran. Pitch count not really an issue for him. More so fatigue and stamina rather than how many pitches he's thrown. 1-2 pitch coming up. Here it is. Fouled off again. And the count stays at 1-2. We're scoreless in the top of inning number 6. It's the Revs and Crabs. The man on second is Strasburger. He reached on an infield single. And Garcia Reached on a bloop single to right center, so it's not even hard hit balls that we're talking about here, Darryl.
Now, unfortunate to be in this mess, but you got to deal with the cards you've been dealt.
1-2 pitch again, in on the hands, out to second. Casilla has it, flipped to Dent for one, and that's all they'll get is the middle runner. It was a broken bat, sinking liner out to second. Casilla couldn't get to it on the fly. He was pinching for two, and that one was a little bit more up the middle, but he got to it, flipped to Dent at the second base bag. There was not enough time to throw to first, so if Martinez safe on the 4-6 fielder's choice, moving up to third base is Strausberger. Garcia cut down in the middle. So now first and third for the Crabs with one out. Here's John Griffin, the DH. Atkins has gotten him twice on strikes. Now it's the Crabs with first and third and one out and a chance to take the 1-0 lead. Brett Marshall got an inning-ending double play to thwart the Revs rally in the last half inning. First pitch to Griffin, fastball outside corner for a strike. And it looks like Atkins is trying to stay away here in this at-bat, Darryl.
Yeah, Griffin, he actually stands off the plate by a pretty good amount. He's got those long arms he can cover. He likes to get them extended so you don't want to make a mistake over the plate. He can hit it a long way.
0-1 pitch coming, a double play will get the Revs out of it. Breaking ball over for a strike. Good curveball from Mitch. That had Griffin fooled. No score, top 6. 10 combined hits in the game, but no runs. 0-2 pitch coming up to Griffin. The Crabs have first and third. They're looking to strike first. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, slider outside corner. Really nasty pitch from Mitch Atkins right there. And he strikes out John Griffin for the third time in the game. He has 7 on the night.
Well, he has dominated their cleanup man. And like you said, they stayed away that whole at bat. They had Griffin looking out there. That pitch, when it first left the hand, looked like corner. And it just disappeared, and he couldn't help himself. He really chased.
2 outs now in the inning. Still runners at the corners for the Crabs in a scoreless game. Paul Fletcher, Revs pitching coach, out to chat with Atkins and Diaz. Angelis Nina, the switch hitter, is due up. He's 0 for 2 with a pop out to second and a ground out to second. But Atkins is 1 out away from getting out of this jam. Marshall did it with a double play. Atkins has done it with a strikeout, and now looking to find the third out of the inning. But this is an old-fashioned pitcher's duel tonight, Darryl, any way you look at it. And the Revs haven't been in one of those in a little while.
Nah, it's refreshing. It's a lot of fun to be in games like this.
Oh, yeah. Just good baseball. No score, top 6. 2 outs now with the runners at first and third for Nina. And the pitch. And Nina takes for a ball low and away. Well, Nina not a switch hitter. I mentioned that he is, but he is not. He is strictly a right-handed hitter. 1-0 the count on him. Open stance for him. Atkins a peek over at first. Now to the plate. That pitch misses outside. It's 2-0. Craig Maddox, the first baseman, waits on deck. That one swung on and missed. Good 2-0 pitch from Atkins there. A changeup in at 83. Haven't seen a lot of changeups tonight from Atkins, Darryl, but that one, good spot to use it.
Yeah, he's got good feel for all of his stuff. Not giving Nina a fastball and a hitter's count. If he has to go after Maddox instead, he will.
2-1 pitch, here it is. Off the end of the bat, Telvin Nash backhands it at first. He'll trot over to the first base bag, step on it himself. 3 unassisted on the putout, and Atkins works around runners at the corners with 1 out. He does not allow a run. He's through 6 shutout innings with 7 strikeouts. He's only allowed 4 hits. And as we go to the bottom of the 6th, the Revs are looking to crack the scoreboard for the first time tonight. We're scoreless through 5 1/2.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Saturday, August 25th, it's Revs time at PeoplesBank Park. Meet American Ninja Warrior contestant Chad Riddle and try out his Ninja Warrior course. And it's Bike Night, presented by First Capital Harley-Davidson and Stanball Law, with a parade of chrome and a chance to win a new Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Plus, Inside the Park fireworks, presented by the auction houses of Dover and Mount Royal. That's Saturday, August 25th. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio. WOYK 1350, baby.
No score, bottom of the 6th inning. Alexi Casilla set to lead off for the Revs against starter Brett Marshall for the Blue Crabs. 2-3-4 for York, Casilla, Mason, Nash. The Revs left runners at the corners, and so did the Blue Crabs in their respective halves of their last two times up. The Revs in the bottom of the 5th, the Crabs in the top of the 6th. The pitcher's duel continues. Casilla takes a changeup in for a strike. It's 0-1. Atkins had runners at first and third to deal with one out. He got a strikeout and a weak ground out to end the frame, and the threat for the Crabs. Casilla takes outside. It's 1-1. And the last time Brett Marshall was on the mound, the Revs had first and third after Spoon and Figueroa singles, but Jared Mitchell hit into a double play. Now Casilla drops a bunt down left side of the mound. Marshall picks it up, slips a little bit, but throws over to first to retire Casilla. Good idea from Alexi there, as both teams are struggling to get runners on base and move them. He tried to bunt his way on, but that one snuffed out. Casilla now 0 for 3. 1-3 on the putout, and that's a play, Darryl, where Marshall could have easily lost his footing, thrown that away, or even with just slipping a little bit, made a wide throw.
Oh yeah, the first thing is to stay under control, and he did. Good idea from Alexi, though, trying to get something started.
Here's Mesa, the DH, who has been swinging a hot bat. We just can pretty much record that and say it on repeat, or play it on repeat so we don't have to say it every night. He has been awesome. He takes a ball high there. It's 1-0. The Milkman has hit safely in 15 of his last 18 games, 15 of his last 17, really, but the 18-game stretch is important as he fouls one back. It's important because over his last 18 games, he has 8 multi-RBI games, 5 multi-hit games in that span. Went 5 for 9 in the 2 games in the Lancaster series. Hit a triple and a double in each of the last 2 games. And now he singles up the middle here. Sends a 1-1 fastball right back up the middle into center field. Mace's first hit of the night. It's the Revs' 7th. The Revs have 7 hits, but 3 of them infield singles. Brings up Telvin Nash, the first baseman, 0 for 2 with a line out and a fly out. So he's looking to get back on track. Not slumping per se, but has gone cold, I guess you can call it, the last couple games. He digs in with a man on first. Mesa the go-ahead run. Still no score, bottom 6. The right-hander Marshall set. First pitch to Nash. Slider over for a strike. It's 0-1. Nash hitting .250 over his last 10. Just 1 homer, 9 RBIs. Hitting .222 over his last 5. So there's the cold spell. Not really a slump, though. Just 4 for his last 18. 0-1 pitch. Changeup misses high and away. 1-1. No score. Bottom 6. Mesa just singled with 1 out in the 6th to bring Nash to the dish with a man on. Although he only has 4 hits in his last 5 games, he has 4 RBIs, and he scored a few runs in that span. 5 runs scored for him. 1-1. Tapper off of his foot foul, and the count goes to 1-2. Telvin started the year in Mexico. He was with the Leon Bravos. His teammate Alonzo Harris was with Quintana Roo before coming back to York. Those two came back on the same day. It's been good to have both back. Harris a little banged up right now, but Nash is healthy as ever. 1-2 pitch coming up, fastball low and away. It's 2-2. Marshall missed there, tried to overthrow. Mesa still at first with 1 out. Polo relaying the signs. No score, home half of the 6th. Nash taps the plate a couple times. He digs back in. He's ready to hit. Move over to first. Mesa back. Marshall wanted to keep Mesa close there. 2-2 pitch coming. Nash can untie this thing pretty effortlessly if he gets one in the air. 2-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Slider poked the other way into right field, a base hit. Mesa will go first to third. Nash stops at first. The right fielder, Kahuo Halahala, gets it into Nina. And the Revs are in business. First and third and 1 out. And here comes Wellington Dotel. Nash just stuck his bat out there, flicked one into right over the first baseman Maddox's head. And now Brett Marshall in some trouble for the 2nd straight inning. The Revs have runners at the corners with 1 out after a couple of singles. Spoon was on third and Figueroa on first last inning when Mitchell hit into the twin killing. And now Wellington Dotel comes to the plate. 9th in the league in hitting at .305 coming in. Doubled his last time up, was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to him, fastball right down the chute. It's 0-1. 89 on the gun from Marshall. No score bottom 6, but the Revs have the go-ahead run 90 feet away. They have first and third with 1 out. The Crabs will pinch for 2 up the middle. The third baseman, Martinez, off the line and back. 0-1 to Dotel. Fastball. Yeah, that one misses low. It's 1-1. Dotel tie for 5th in the league with 111 hits on the season. Trails his, now it's 112. Pitch, that one misses low. It's 2-1. He trails his teammate Alexi Casilla by just 4. Casilla is 4th in the league in hits. Mesa on third, Nash at first. Mesa singled up the middle, Nash to right field. 2-1 to Dotel. Big swing and a big miss at the slider low and away. Blocked in the dirt by Gonzalez. It's 2-2. Neither team has scored, and we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. A pitcher's duel tonight in York after a couple slugfests against the Barnstormers this past Monday through Thursday. 2-2 pitch coming up to Dotel. Here it is. Swinging a foul tip into the glove of Gonzalez. And Dotel is rung up. Another slider from Brett Marshall. That's strikeout number 6 for him. And the Revs just have not been able to cash in on their opportunities tonight. So a strikeout after back-to-back singles. Now Dent will hit with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Ryan Dent hitting .357 over his last 8. He's 10 for 28. 8 for 18, a .444 average over his last 5. Sam Runyon warming for the Crabs down the left field line. First pitch to Dent, fastball misses high. And the count's 1-0. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, bottom 6 in a tie game. Dent has hit .262 in 12 games against the Crabs coming in. Darryl mentioned earlier 4 of his 11 homers against the Blue Crabs. He swings and misses at a slider there. It's 1-1. That one diving down and away. And that has been the most successful pitch for Brett Marshall tonight, the slider low and away to right-handed hitters. The Revs, pretty much all right-handers are switch hitters except for Figueroa in the lineup and Jared Mitchell. 1-1. Dent takes that one a little bit high. It looked good, but called a ball. Dent this season hitting .273 with runners on base, .239 with runners in scoring position, and only .200 with scoring position and 2 outs. 2-1 coming to Ryan. Marshall's pitch to the plate, slider, good tight break on that one, inside corner. Dent comes up empty. It's 2-2. Two outs in the inning. Neither team has scored in the game. Revs 90 feet away from changing that. 2-2 two-out pitch coming to Dent. Here it is, slider, swing and a miss. Brett Marshall fist pumps off the mound. Another punch out. 7 strikeouts for Marshall. Dent upset with himself for coming up empty there. And after 6 fulls, still no score. The Revs at first and third with 1 out. And back-to-back strikeouts from Dotel and Dent kill the rally. So we'll go to the top of the 7th. Darryl takes back over the play-by-play. We're exactly where we started, 0-0 game here in York. Stick with us.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro, offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Headed to the 7th inning tonight. It is still a nothing game. The Revs out hitting the Blue Crabs 8-4. Last night out hit Lancaster 13-7 in the loss. Craig Maddox leads off. Mitch Atkins first pitch, a breaking ball away. Atkins threw 6, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. As he takes aim, as he fires, and a swing, a high fly, right center field, hit deep. Mitchell going back, Witherspoon back. Spoon's got room, just shy of the track. He had it all the way. Maddox kept in the park on a towering fly in right center. Maybe hit too high to leave the yard. 1 away.
Just a lazy fly ball right there. Maybe too high, as the ball's not carrying too well in any part of the park tonight. No wind at all. Nice night if you want to be a fly ball pitcher.
And that'll bring up Corey Vaughn, who's flied out, walked, and stolen a base. Atkins the pitch, and a chopper foul, third base side. Atkins, I was about to say, maybe taking aim at that league ERA strikeout lead. He fires, and a swing and a pop foul, back and out of play. With Bennett Perry of Long Island no longer around.
Well, he's been awesome. Mitch is, by definition, a strikeout pitcher. With what he's able to do, really use all of his pitches to get outs. 7 tonight. It's been impressive to watch.
Now the pitch, and misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. coming in tonight. Perry 116 strikeouts. Atkins now 110. Now the wind, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 111. Went up high, and Vaughn went with him. Strikeout number 8 tonight. Atkins came into this game 7 ahead of his next closest competitor for second. And he's now within 5 of the league lead.
He might get it tonight the way he's pitching. Just now in the inning over 100 pitches.
And here is KK, who's popped up and struck out. First pitch fastball right there for a strike. It is a scoreless game here in the 7th inning tonight. Now Atkins winds, fires. Swinging a pop-up foul, right side. Nash will look from first. This will carry into the seats, though. And Atkins looking to make it 7 scoreless. Against the Blue Crabs this year, he's right now at 27 2/3 with 1 earned run. That is flat-out ownership of an opponent.
Yep, he's dominated this team. And it's pretty fun when you get to see him match up with the Crabs on the schedule.
Fires, and it's a slider down low on pitch number 104. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Revs just got done with Lancaster. This weekend they'll get done with Southern Maryland and the entire division for the season. And now pitch number 105, and it's fouled back against the netting. No runs, 8 hits, no errors for York, no runs, 4 hits, no errors for Southern Maryland. Atkins backs off the rubber. Time briefly requested. Now here it comes. And a swing and a miss. Breaking ball down out of the zone. A curveball gets KK swinging for K number 9 for Mitch Atkins on the night. Dominant again as he goes about his business. It's a 1-2-3 7th inning. Stretch time at the bank. No score tonight in York.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchase. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Stretch time here at PeoplesBank Park. It is a scoreless game. Travis Witherspoon will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the new pitcher, they had Runyon up, and this is him. As the 6'4" righty comes on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Marshall goes 6. And Runyon comes set. First offering is a fastball over for a strike. Witherspoon tonight a strikeout, an infield hit, and a steal. Pitch to him, he lays off. It's a called strike though. Caught the outside corner, breaking ball. Be Witherspoon, Diaz, and Figueroa. Here's the 0-2, and it breaks way outside. Runyon's been one of Southern Maryland's go-to arms. 1-5 with a 4.37 ERA, but a lot of late game spots as he misses outside. He had a really good year last year and got off to a really good start this season, but has struggled in the second half some. Now the pitch, and it breaks away. Brent Marshall, 6 scoreless, 8 hits. 7 were singles. The 3-2, and a swing and a line drive, deep left center, and it is down, and it's going to bounce onto the track. Cut off by Strasburger, but Witherspoon into second. It's a leadoff double. Speaking of extra base hits, the Revs with their second of the night, and in prime position to go in front as this one leads off the inning.
The Revs happy to see a new pitcher out there. Sam Runyon's been really good this year. He's not an easy pitcher to face, but just a change of pace from Brett Marshall, who really had his slider working tonight. I think as long as the Revs don't have to face that the rest of the night, they'll be happy, and Travis Witherspoon providing a spark here in the 7th.
Well, here's Roger Diaz, who just went down to chat in person with Polo about his assignment here, which will likely involve squaring around a bunt. The corners are in. Diaz 1 for 2 with an infield hit. First pitch. No, he swings. Oh, shoots a foul over by the Revs dugout entrance. And I think it hit the post next to where Fletch is standing. I don't think it hit anybody's foot. Now he's swinging away. And the 0-1. Now he shows bunt. Pitch was low. Throw behind Witherspoon, who slides back at second base.
Revs playing some mind games with Diaz at the dish. It's definitely a bunting situation. However, Diaz, not exactly an experienced bunter. So it's not as easy as just saying, hey, go up there and lay one down and get Spoon to third. And plus, with no outs, you don't necessarily have to bunt. You can swing away and play for a knock, or trust Diaz to at least move up Spoon another way.
Now ready. Here's the 1-1. He squares, bunts. It bounces foul, though, behind the plate. And now a ball and 2 strikes.
You often hear the term, at least baseball nowadays, playing for the big inning. Now, analytics guys use that term because they don't like to bunt, and because they say you're giving away an out. But this is a situation in a 0-0 game where you definitely want to move a runner at all costs. You don't play for a big inning in a game where nobody's scored. But now with 2 strikes, can't imagine they'd have Diaz bunt.
No score here in the bottom of the 7th. Runyon ready. And fires, and it's down and away. It is Steven Figueroa who's on deck, 2 for 2 on the night. Could he potentially be the guy here in his first game?
Has never been retired in the Atlantic League. I don't see why not.
Runyon a high set, looks back at second and deals. And a swing and a floater foul toward the stands. Maddox a look from first, lands in the second row though. our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Long Island hosting the Road Warriors, leading 5-4 in the 6th. Somerset is up 5-0 in Lancaster in the 4th. New Britain at Sugarland underway. That's scoreless in the 1st inning. Alrighty, a look back. And a spin from Runyon, who throws. The shortstop Garcia cuts behind. Witherspoon dives back, however. Now, the bottom of the order tonight, 7, 8, 9, has 5 of the Revs' 9 hits, 5 for 7. Diaz has 1 of those. Runyon deals. And a swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball up and away. 91 on that pitch. So 1 down. Diaz unable to move Witherspoon, and here comes Figueroa.
Well, Runyon kind of looks like Grant Sides out there with the high socks, tall, lanky right-hander. And he can overpower you with the fastball. Diaz overpowered there away. A guy who stands a little bit off the plate. Diaz has not been great at covering that outside corner. But here's the 1,000 career Atlantic League hitter.
That's right. And Runyon will turn. Witherspoon was getting a little extra, has to hurry back.
Oh, they had him there if Garcia was pinching in behind him.
Figueroa, an infield hit behind the mound, and then a sharp single the other way to left in his 2 at-bats. I'll look back at second and the first pitch. Swing, and he lines it the other way. Base hit down the line in left field. Witherspoon around to score, and Steven Figueroa is in at second with an RBI double. 3 for 3 in his Atlantic League debut. He rockets it the other way, and the Revs have struck first. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Talk about providing a spark of energy inside a clubhouse. The youngster, the new guy, on the day he gets here, going opposite field twice. That one was a line shot. I mean, you can't have a better debut than what Steven Figueroa is doing tonight.
Oh, what a night. And here is Jared Mitchell at the top of the order. Figueroa, he brings some energy. He's out there clapping his hands. First pitch slider that bends in for a strike. And he's got 3 of the now 10 hits. And it's 1-0 York. And twice with rips the other way.
Now Atkins in line for the win.
Revs do have bullpen activity. Pitch to Mitchell is swung on, hit the other way. Left field, didn't quite get all of it though. Strasburger back, and he jumps and drops it. And Figueroa will scamper to third. Mitchell goes to second base. A misplay on the wall in left, and it's second and third. Still only 1 out. Strasburger was right in front of the big wall in left, and he misjudged it. Thought he had to jump. He did not have to, and it hit his glove and fell to the warning track.
Well, they scored a double for Mitchell. Off the bat, I thought that one was a little farther than what it looked like it was going to carry, but then it ended up carrying to about where I thought it would go. I thought Strasburger was under that, and then he just sort of misplayed it at the wall, and now the Crabs left to bring the infield in. That's a big boost for the Revs. Now a chance to tag on insurance.
Yeah, here's Casilla. First pitch is inside for ball 1. The Revs trying to provide a cushion here. 1-0 they lead it. Mitch Atkins indeed is now in line for a potential win. He's tied for the league lead with 10. The 1-0. And a line drive, it is foul down the line in right, into the Revs bullpen, right past Tyler Clark, who's catching in that bullpen in right. That ball was drilled, and the Lexi just a little early.
It shouldn't go unnoticed that Casillas 4th in the league in hitting in his age 34 season, a guy who played a ton of years in the big leagues. He's had to play every day over pretty much the past month because of issues elsewhere with the Revs. Now a chance for him to really come up big after a tough night last night where he hit into 2 double plays.
1-1, that's inside, made him move his feet. Tonight 0 for 3. He's got a 9-game hitting streak that he carried in. This would be a great time to extend it. Mitch Atkins standing on the top step. Looks like he's finished after 7. Over 100 pitches. The 2-1. And it's down and in a slider in the dirt as Casilla fell across home plate, avoiding getting a hit in the feet. 3-1. Had to fall forward after kicking his feet backward out of the way. Malky Mesa on deck. Alexi had something to say to him. Help get him ready for his turn at bat. Right now it's Alexi's turn, trying to add on the pitch. Breaking ball, it hooks over for a called strike, not the one he wanted, and he'll let it go full. Revs have scored first on Steven Figueroa's RBI double in his Revs debut, the 3-2. And a swing and a drive, right field and deep. KK is back, and he'll catch it on the warning track, but Figueroa tags. Here he comes. Mitchell goes to third. It's a sac fly for Alexi Casilla, and the Revs lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the 7th.
It's a huge insurance run. Alexi came up big. I thought that ball was gone. Another night where it's tough to judge the ball because there's no wind, so any ball going up, it's not like it can get knocked down, but it also can't get blown out of the park, so that one just kind of died up there. But Alexi coming up really big there with the infield in, not trying to do too much, ends up hitting a fly ball plenty deep. That's a big-time insurance run.
And here's Malky Mesa, who's 1 for 3. Mitchell at third, 2 outs. And Runyon the pitch. Breaking ball, it is a called strike. Probably the last 2 nights, there have been maybe 6 balls hit to the outfield that I thought, having watched games here all summer, were at least to the wall, and they have not been. But still put a great swing on that. Got the run in. The 0-1. Fastball. It's a called strike. Outside corner.
I missed what Marshall's final pitch count was, but I was a little surprised to see him out of this game after just 6 innings. And 91 it looks like, so I thought he had another inning in him. I thought they would go to him for another inning.
Pitch to Mesa is upstairs, 1-2.
It could have been a case of they had Runyon hot and they didn't want to waste him and sit him down, because that's a case where, yeah, you could save him for later, but you'd also have to get him up again. Better to use him the first time he warms up.
Runyon fires. Fastball just outside. His catcher, Jose Gonzalez, started to head toward the dugout. 2-2. And a good eye from Mesa. Runyon, who's got big high leg kick. Some deception. He uses his glove hand way up high as he sets the hands. Now he's ready. 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And the side retired, but the Revs have struck first tonight, and they strike twice in the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, all doubles, 1 man left. We'll go to the 8th. It's 2-0 York.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They they can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Head to the 8th inning, brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. If you're tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or sleepless nights due to your CPAP, Dr. Bell may have an option for you. Make your appointment today. Let Dr. Bell help you. Call 717-316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. As Gonzalez leads off, the number 9 hitter, Gomez, fires a strike. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Ricardo is in as Mitch Atkins goes 7 spectacular innings, looking for his league-leading 11th. The pitch, it's a slider, and it's a called strike inside corner. Atkins 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 9 Ks. His dominance of the Blue Crabs continues. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ricardo Gomez rears back and blows away Gonzalez. And there's 1 down here in the 8th.
Ricardo's been pitching really well lately, and for him to come in and strike out the first batter he faces is huge, because then you take away maybe the possibility of the Crabs coming back here in the inning.
Now here's Ryan Strasburger, who looks at a slider for a strike. Strasburger 1 for 3 tonight. Pitch is swung on and missed. A slider from Gomez. He's got swing and miss stuff. Now he's ready. And the 2-strike pitch, swing and a foul back. And out of play. Revs a 2-0 lead here in the 8th. And Gomez kicks, he fires. Fastball just missed away. Revs will have to get through the heart of the Southern Maryland lineup one more time tonight. Gomez, the 1-2. And that's inside as Strasburger was loading up, backs away, appeal to first, he did not swing. He was gearing up. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball up. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ricardo Gomez. The Revs with 11 as a staff tonight. And Ricky not messing around either.
Well, he's been awesome. It's pretty impressive to watch Ricardo get on a roll. When he gets that first strikeout, you know more are coming.
Here is Edwin Garcia, who's 2 for 3. Gomez to the plate, swinging a foul back and out of play. By the way, if Atkins can get this 11th win, it would be tied for the 6th highest total in a season in Revs history. He'd be the 10th pitcher in Revs history to get to at least 11 in a season. Here's a fastball right on the black. Strike called outside corner, 0-2. It's Gomez who's trying to dominate the 8th for him. And so far he has. Ahead 0-2, base is empty, 2 outs. And he fires. Fastball missed away. Trying to strike out the side. Revs a 2-0 lead, out hitting the Blue Crabs 11-4. And the pitch. Swing, and he loops one in the air. Nash from first, going back toward the Revs bullpen. He's got room, approaching the chairs, makes an over-the-shoulder grab very calmly. He had it all the way, and Gomez with a 1-2-3, top of the 8th. Edwin Garcia waiting for a friendly word with Gomez, who was dynamite again in that appearance. We go to the bottom of the 8th tonight. Revs 2, Blue Crabs nothing.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Presley Ridge believes that strong families are the foundation for strong communities. With compassionate and caring professionals, Presley Ridge offers individual, child, and family therapy in addition to foster care and other in-community services. To learn more about Presley Ridge and their impact on families right here in our community, visit presleyridge.org or call 717-845-6624. That's 717-845-6624.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 8th, right-hander Shane Watson is the new pitcher for Southern Maryland. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. It's 2-0 York, and Telvin Nash is on his way to the plate. Middle 3 in the order. Been a heck of a game tonight, and the Revs finally breaking through on the scoreboard on who but Steven Figueroa's RBI double last inning. 3 for 3 out of the 9 spot in his debut. Casilla adding a sac fly. Both runs in the 7th. As we play in the 8th, Revs look for insurance before going to the 9th tonight. And Watson ready. Here is his first pitch to Nash. And a swing and a foul tip off of the catcher Gonzalez, ricocheting back to the screen. After the game tonight, for the 3rd time we have attempted and finally succeeded at scheduling our Boy Scout night with on-field sleepover. It was one of the nights that's been wrecked by weather, not once but twice. Nash, Dotel, and Dent against Watson. 6'4" righty comes home, and it misses down and outside. He is 4-0, 5.20 ERA in 36 outings this year. And the Revs with left-hander Dustin Richardson throwing in the bullpen for the 9th. Now Watson set at the belt. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Slider on Nash. Well, when Telvin first got back to York, he homered 3 times in that 3-game weekend against the Blue Crabs. Last year in the playoffs, he hit a walk-off against them in Game 1. They have seen their share of Telvin over the years. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Watson gets him to lunge at the slider here. And there's one away. Right now a 2-0 lead. The Blue Crabs do have 3, 4, 5 in the 9th. Martinez, Griffin, and Nina due to hit. As Dotel comes to the plate next. is 1 for 3 tonight with a double. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, the official transportation provider. Pitch to Dotel, a swing and a foul against the netting. Watson, a former Phillies prospect. It's been as high as Double-A. Now the 0-1. Look out, that's in by Dotel's shins. Watson was a 40th overall pick, first rounder in 2012 out of Lakewood High School in Lakewood, California. High school teammate of J.P. Crawford. He was drafted a year apart. 5 years in the Phillies system for Watson. Has been a starter earlier in his career as well. He deals, and that's inside, 2-1. Dotel earlier tonight, the double that he hit, he tried to stretch it into a triple, got thrown out. He is tied for the league lead in triples, but was denied that time. Pitch, and that's in tight. 3 balls and a strike. Dotel with the arms straight upward as he backs away after protecting those ribs. A little breeze out to left now. For much of the night there was none. Watson ready. And the 3-1. And it misses down low. Dotel walks. He'll be a 1-out base runner. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., Central PA Game Day with Steve Navaroli and Brett Petrek. And then we will re-air West York at Central in our Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine at 11. That's tomorrow morning on WOYK.
Getting busy now on the WOYK schedule.
Oh, brother. Fun time of year.
Good to have Steve back doing his show.
Here's Ryan Dent. Big lead for Dotel. There he goes. First pitch is a strike. Throw to second. Wellington's in. He wanted it on pitch number 1. Had a big lead. Big jump. Steals his 20th. 19 of those with York. Good throw, too, but he beat it.
It's a dangerous Revs team because all these guys can hit and most of them can run. You got Mitchell and Dotel now with 20+. Spoon, where did he get 19 tonight?
Yeah.
Number 19, so you figure it's only a matter of time before he gets his 20th. It's a pretty impressive trio, and Alexi Casilla hasn't been shy about stealing bags this year.
He's at 13. 1 strike on Dent as Dotel dances to his lead at second. Watson to the plate. And a swing and a ground ball rolled to short. Dotel has to go back. Now it's off the glove of Garcia into center, and Dotel will break for third. First and third with 1 out. And it's a base hit for Dent. Garcia had to scoot and lunge to his left. And it deflects off the end of his glove and into center field.
I'm a little surprised Dotel went back to the bag there because that's a ball where you're pretty much going to have to make a sliding play if you're Garcia, and then to pivot and throw to third would have been hard, but being cautious, I get it. And it works out for the Revs. Now another prime situation.
And a visit from James Frisbee. The Revs only 2 runs, a 2-0 lead, but they now have 12 hits. Travis Witherspoon will try to add on to this lead. Dent goes all the way from first across to third to talk to Polo here and make sure he's on the same page with what they want to do while Frisbee meets with his pitcher. Now the Revs getting it ready for Dustin Richardson, who will go for his first save in the 9th unless they score more than 1 here. And they're at the corners for Spoon, who's had a good night. 2 for 3. He doubled to lead off the 7th and scored the tie-breaking run. Now he digs in, taps the plate twice. And Watson to the belt. First pitch in the dirt. Slider handled by Gonzalez, who drops to a knee. Ball 1. As they toss that one away. Right past Roger Diaz's feet as he swings it on deck. Watson a look. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Up and in with a fastball. And Witherspoon with it clearly in his favor. 2-0 the count. Downtown, walking on top of the Revs dugout, eyeing up the scene. Here's the 2-0. Swing, and it's fouled back over the roof. I can smell him from here. Start of a big weekend. Fireworks tomorrow night. Hat giveaway Sunday. The place will be not open for those that weren't here, but open for those who are here to stay tonight. Boy Scout night.
I'm excited for that hat giveaway.
A ball in tight, and it's 3-1 on Witherspoon. Yes, that is a highlight every year.
Can never have too many lids.
First 1,000 fans Sunday. Stanbaugh Plumbing and Heating providing that. Here's the stretch. Hitters count, and the 3-1. Swing a line drive, left center, another hit for Witherspoon. Dotel in to score. Dent trying to go first to third. Throw beats him, but he slides in under it. And Witherspoon goes to second on the throw to third base. 3-0 York. Travis Witherspoon with his third hit of the night. Rocks it to the gap in left center. And Vaughn, the one-hop throw to third, came up a little bit, which allowed Dent to slide in under the tag of Martinez.
There's another guy that's getting hot, Travis Witherspoon, at the bottom of the lineup providing a spark. Over the last couple days, he's really come on strong. I mean, we've talked about him picking up his running game, and the bat's coming around with it.
It is a single, second on the throw. Great job of base running from Dent. And here's Diaz, second and third, infield in. First pitch is driven the other way in right, a long way deep but foul into the bullpen balcony. Strike one on Diaz, and the Revs are one hit away from making this a non-save situation. 3-0 the lead. Diaz tonight 1 for 3 with an infield hit. Witherspoon batting 7th. 7, 8, 9 have been awesome tonight for the Revs. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss, a fastball. Spoon is 3 for 4. Figueroa is 3 for 3. Diaz 1 for 3. So they're now a combined 7 for 10. 7, 8, 9.
Revs now for the 5th time this year, 4 doubles in the game.
Here's the stretch, the 0-2, swing, and it's fouled back as Diaz hangs in. Watson mid-90s. Fastball at 94, fought off. Diaz 1 RBI since joining the team. Looking to add to that. Watson ready. Another 0-2. And it's in the dirt. Slider dips straight down, and Gonzalez on top of it. 13 hits for the second straight night. Last night only 4 runs, tonight only 3, but tonight they got a dominant effort from Mitch Atkins to pair with it. Gomez continued that in the top of the 8th. Dustin Richardson waiting for his turn in the 9th. Here's the stretch, another 1-2. And a swing and another foul up over the roof, first base side and out of play.
Spoon's pretty much at third base already, out at second. That's a huge lead because he's been given it. The infield in, you can do that. But anything is going to score 2 runs here. Anything out of the infield.
They're all up. Watson again ready. fires home. And a swing and a bounce foul, third base side. One thing with Diaz, more and more at-bats he's gotten, the more and more he, at the very least, has made a pitcher work. A lot of two-strike fouls for him in recent games. This will be the 23rd pitch of the inning for Watson coming up. And he's set. You can hear downtown down there clapping the pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit left center. Dent is home. Here comes Witherspoon. 5-0 York. Roger Diaz lines a 2-run single into left center. He was the RBI guy tonight, and they knew exactly what they were doing. He comes through. And it's 5-0 York. He's got his second and third RBIs in a Revs uniform on that swing.
That's what I'm talking about, Roger. Fighting off a bunch of pitches there, and then he gets a breaking ball with 2 strikes and just serves it up the middle, stays with it, kept the hands back, is able to drive it up. It's so much easier to hit with that drawn-in infield. And that's going to give him some confidence at the dish.
Here's Figueroa now. First pitch, he swings, bounces to first, fair. And Maddox steps in the bag, throws to second, and the shortstop Garcia is waiting there to tag out Diaz. But the Revs had 3 straight hits, 4 straight had reached. They score 3 insurance runs in the inning, 3 total hits, nobody left. And what a night at the plate. What a night it's been on the mound for Atkins and Gomez. And now Richardson will try to finish it off as we head to the 9th. It's 5-0 York.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 9th, Dustin Richardson is on as the Revs look to slam the door on this performance tonight. It's a 5-0 lead. They have out-hit the Blue Crabs now 14-4. And Richardson makes his second appearance. What a job he did on Wednesday in his debut. Frank Martinez up first. Switch hitter bats right, and a swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Diaz. Strike 1. Richardson on Wednesday went 2 2/3 innings, got 8 outs from 7 batters faced, retired all 7. He fires, and there's a fastball strike outside corner. There was a caught stealing of a runner he inherited, and he struck out his final 3 and 5 of his final 6, 5 total. He dominated that day. He's ready. The 0-2, and a check swing on a high fastball. Appeal. No swing is the ruling. That fastball at 91 from the 6'6 Richardson. Native of Newton, Kansas. He's been to the majors with Boston. He's been in this league with Sugar Land and Long Island. And now the 1-2. Strike 3 called outside corner. He gets the K-man to begin the 9th. And the Revs with their 12th strikeout as a staff tonight. And Richardson, going back to Wednesday, has struck out his last 4 batters faced and 6 of his last 7.
And all is right with the world because the free mozzarella sticks are going around. But Dustin Richardson has been an awesome addition. He's only pitched in 2 games now, but being able to provide that gas and that, just be a strikeout pitcher from the left side is so important.
And here is Griffin. He swings and hits one through the left side, a base hit. Soft liner off the end of the bat. Blue Crabs with just their 5th base hit of the night. First time he's made contact, Mitch Atkins struck him out all 3 times. The Revs are 2 outs away from making Atkins the league's first to 11 wins. He was the first to 7, the first to 9, the first to 10.
Is Nate Reed pitching tonight? Gonna catch him again?
Nate Reed is not pitching tonight. Here is Angelos Nina, who's 0 for 3. The pitch. And a swing and a floater right field. Mitchell was shallow. He's there waiting on it. Makes the grab. Out number 2 here in the 9th inning. And Richardson will face Craig Maddox trying to end it. This guy will help the bullpen.
Yeah, and they need it. The Revs got a lot going on with their roster these days, some guys banged up, and Richardson, just to have another fresh arm, a guy who's pitched at the highest level, has had success in this league before, is good to bring on.
Maddox digs in. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And Richardson the pitch. It is down low. 5-0 the lead. Left on left. He deals. Fastball. It's a called strike at 91. Atkins 7 scoreless. Gomez the 8th. Richardson here in the 9th looking to wrap it up. And ready to go. The 1-1. Swing and it's fouled off. Left side. It's a ball and 2 strikes as the Revs look to rebound from a very frustrating night last night, a frustrating series with the unknowns. But ahead 5-0 with 2 down in the 9th tonight. He's ready. And the 1-2. Swing and it's fouled back up over the roof. Second appearance for Richardson. As that ball comes bouncing down in front. Mace going to him in the 9th inning tonight. Tells you what he thinks of his new addition. He has been a nasty reliever in this league from the left side in the past. He's ready. And another 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. It's Figueroa at third base. Under it. He's got it. Game over. And the Revs with their 9th shutout win of the year, a 5-0 final. Dustin Richardson towers over Roger Diaz as the 2 slap 5 and the victory line commences. And the Revs back on top tonight. A 14-hit performance for the offense, a shutout performance for Mitch Atkins, Ricardo Gomez, Dustin Richardson. Atkins, his league-leading 11th win. And Steven Figueroa out of the 9 spot, 3 hits, broke the scoreless tie in the 7th inning with an RBI double. And the Revs did the rest from there. What a performance this was tonight.
That was an awesome win for the Revs. Darryl, when are we taking cuts? That's another shutout win. Got to get a pitcher's BP in there. That was a big team win tonight, and right now the Revs just have to find a way to go off that and win tomorrow, win the next day, but just sticking with tonight. awesome performance from Figueroa in his debut. Travis Witherspoon, Roger Diaz at the bottom of the lineup producing as well. And this team never quit. A shutout win. They only scored 5 runs, but 14 hits on the board. And now you can't always have the games where it's 13 runs on 14 hits. 5 runs on 14 hits and a shutout win. You take that any day.
Well, your Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group players of the game tonight, Mitch Atkins and Steven Figueroa. And the Revs back in the win column tonight. It was scoreless into the bottom of the 7th, 2 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th. Their first shutout win since a 1-0 victory over Sugarland on July 20th. And it was a gem tonight. Atkins league-leading 11th win. He's up there in innings and strikeouts as well, poised to take over the league lead in strikeouts, perhaps, in his next start. But for tonight, it's a 5-0 win, and a much-needed one at that. Heck of a game here at PeoplesBank Park this evening. 5-0 your final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
You hear a lot about CPAP